I mean, Georgia's a good team. You know, we got to prepare.
And a lot of Georgia guys on this team, and this series has a history of close games up until last year. Does that add any meaning to this rivalry or this series or anything like that? Just there are a lot of Georgia guys on this team. Yeah. Plus, this series had a lot of close games up until last year. Does that add anything to it?
You know, it's always fun coming back home to play, especially being from Georgia. I mean, you always want to play well. That's every game, but it does add a little more excitement just because you're coming back to your home state.
Baylen, from last year from the outside looking in, when bad things happen on the field, it seemed like you guys had a hard time, regrouping and fighting out of it. Coach Pruitt said we didn't see on Saturday that you saw guys trying to fight through adversity. Do you feel that? Does it feel different?
I feel like, even though adversity hit, we still try to play 60 minutes of football, and that's something that the coaches always preached, and I think that's something that we did on Saturday. Even though the game didn't go our way, we still fought, we still finished.
Baylen, what do you think is going to be the hardest thing about trying to contain Jake Fromm and just with the wide receivers with the
it's always going to be about us. So, just looking at the details, I haven't got to watch film on them yet. But, it's always going to be about us. So we're just going to have to execute.
Baylen, Coach said that he's pleased with you and that you're playing, your confidence is growing. What do you attribute that to? And where is your game right now compared to where it's been at any other point in time since you've been here?
I think getting older and getting more mature. I got 2 more years left, and I'm trying to make a difference on the team. I want the guys to know that I got their back. So I kind of trying to take that role into every game, especially during practice. Trying to get better every day.
Was that a challenge to step into? You guys graduated a lot of cornerbacks last year and kind of left you as the only veteran left.
You said, was it a challenge?
You're basically the only veteran left after last year in some of these years.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't learning a new scheme and stuff like that. It wasn't that challenging, but I definitely took it upon myself, to try to get better. So I wouldn't say it's challenging, but I got to step up.
Baylen, what sort of development have you seen 4 games into the season from Bryce Thompson and Alante? Obviously, Alante had a big forced fumble. Bryce had a big game a couple weeks ago. Now they've played a quarter of the season. What have you seen from those 2 freshman corners?
I see their confidence starting to grow. They're both very talented, but we still got to come to practice, with a clear mentality. We gotta perform better as a whole unit. So.
Baylen, the day after a tough loss to a rival like Florida, what was your Sunday like? Were you in the playbook, your film room, just trying to recover? What was Sunday like for you?
We came in here, we watched the game. We definitely got in the film room. I got recovery. I was disappointed, especially after you prepare like we prepare, and you come into the game, you obviously want to win, and it didn't go our way at all. So I was disappointed, but you gotta live, you gotta learn from it.
Sorry.
What would you say are the defense's biggest strengths right now?
I think we're getting better with locking in on details. Obviously, we weren't perfect Saturday, but I see a fight in our defense, and I think we're still hungry. We're real hungry. I think that's positive.
When you look at that tape and see the 6 turnovers Tennessee had, and maybe the lack of turnovers the defense, could take away, is that pretty frustrating?
It is frustrating, especially on a defensive standpoint, because we want turnovers. We need more turnovers, and you can talk about the 6 turnovers the offense had, but we still didn't execute how we're supposed to on defense. It's a team loss.
How do you make sure the young guys on this team understand that you do kind of have to scrap it away and get back to it the next week? That's, y'all have lost some games here, and I guess some of the veterans have probably done this before, but how do you make sure the young guys are understanding that?
We just got to move on from it. I think that's the most important thing that they got to understand. We're not going to get that game back. So we just got to get in the film room. We got to focus on next game.
I guess as one of the elder statesmen of that cornerback group, is that partly your responsibility to make sure those young guys are just, going about their business and trying to work?
I mean, I do take it upon myself, seeing that I've been here before. But especially at cornerback, you got to have a short-term memory. You just got to move on from it. You got to learn from your mistakes.
How soon were you all in the film room Sunday? Was it a typical Sunday?